Well, rapid advancements in genomic selection, they're a wonderful thing. They've made major improvements to the breeding herd possible, but the complexity of it all makes the science a mirage for many producers. So to help us demystify the DNA, Hannah Powell joins us in studio. Great to see you, Hannah.
Great to see you, Lindsay.
You've survived beef.
Yes, Jess.
Are you feeling proud?
Yes, I definitely am. It's definitely been a week. It's been great to meet with so many producers and talk about DNA technology.
Well, I thought, Hannah, just a really nice light topic for a Friday afternoon on beef would be DNA and genomic selection. How fantastic. But you guys have worked really hard because you know it's complex to produce this great document, Demystifying DNA. What is the problem with the complexity of it all?
DNA, everyone knows that it's a very complex topic, and when we talk about it, we talk about genomic selection as well. So they're big words, they're complex words. So we've put together this resource in conjunction with the Australian Genetics Breeding Unit, as well as Sheep Genetics and Angus Australia, to allow producers to have one resource, regardless of species, regardless of breed. They can go to this, they can read all they need to know about DNA technology, and get a really true understanding, and then maybe feel that they can implement it into their system and just have that thorough understanding of the topic.
This document deals with everything from the basics of what is DNA. So it starts right back at the very genesis of the topic through to calculating breeding values. Talk us through the process, why you all sat together and said, we need to build this, we need to go and create this resource.
Yeah, so genomic technologies fit along with our, I guess, phenotypic selection on farm. So by implementing genomic technologies, it allows producers to have that extra piece of the puzzle and make some really robust decisions and increase efficiencies on farm, which I guess, increase sustainability as well. It just makes them be able to have really robust decision making. And I guess DNA and genomic process allows us to understand a lot of complex relationships between animals and between matings. For example, when we're talking about full ET siblings, which is some questions that we get specifically here at Beef Australia, why don't my full ET siblings look exactly the same? Well, we're talking about Mendelian inheritance there and gene inheritance. So to be able to speak through and say, okay, there's 30 chromosomes, chromosome pairs, 60 chromosomes, some coming from the sire, some coming from the DAN. So to be able to explain to producers that not everything is exact coming through in full siblings. There's 1 billion possible matings and possible combinations that can come through that. And now we can have a really good understanding of the relationships, the variations in animals, and that allows you to make some really robust decisions moving forward in your breeding operations to really meet your breeding objectives, make some big changes in industry, and go forward.
One of the topics you deal with in here is polygenic traits. Why should they matter to producers?
So polygenic traits are a bit more complicated. They're traits that are influenced by a number of genes along the genome. So for example, growth in beef cattle or milk production in dairy cattle. So it's a bit more complex than our qualitative traits, such as coat, where it's just one or two genes that influence the trait. So through genomics, we're allowed to look at a number of SNPs along the markers, or a number of SNPs along the DNA strand, and so SNPs are your single nucleotide polymorphisms. And
Heavens to
I
Betsy,
know,
on a Friday afternoon.
big words. So that allows us
I'd rather
to
you just swore.
So that allows us to get a thorough understanding and to understand the true genetic potential of animals for certain key production traits.
Look, it is a monumental amount of work, and you say that it's not just the work of Neogen who you operate within. A number of organisations have come together. If I wanted to get my hands on a copy, how do I do that?
Yep, so you can come past the Neogen stand or Angus Australia that's beside us in the exhibition hall just down below the International Lounge up here. But then if you want to go and visit some of the breed societies throughout the Beef Australia site, you'll be able to find some copies there. Also, you can get in touch with your Neogen territory managers and we can ship these out to you. But they're just a really, really important resource that's been put together for industry and a number of species. So it's great to see the ag industry and the cattle industry, beef industry, dairy industry all come together and really demystify DNA.
Hannah Powell, before I let you go, we've been asking everyone what breed of beef cattle they think they would be if they were reincarnated.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm a Red Angus breeder, so I have to say I'd be a Red Angus or an Angus. I just love the cattle. I think they have a really big future in the industry. I think they really appeal to a number of climates in Australia, particularly up here in the north and western New South Wales where I'm from. Yeah, just love the cattle, love the people involved in the Angus and Red Angus breeds, so that's where I'd be.
Reflecting on the last 5-6 days, I'm curious to know what one vivid memory sticks out for you. Was it a great piece of steak somewhere, a really fun function, or was it a result in centre ring?
Oh, I think a key one for me definitely was on Monday, kicking off the week, talking on the Gen Angus panel with some great fellow Gen Angus alumni, and Emma Thomas from Acmira and Jake Phillips from Angus Australia, and seeing everyone in the room, just seeing how everyone's really enthusiastic about the people behind businesses and how we can really develop the next generation and take them forward in industry.
Hannah Powell from Neogen, you're an absolute trooper. Thanks for coming in on a Friday to talk the very simple topic of DNA.
DNA.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We're meeting up with the Australian breed next that has had monumental changes and gains over the last 80 years.